Hello, this is Clemmy Games and welcome to a first look at Rogue Empire Dungeon Crawler RPG, a traditional roguelike with massive maps, 7 races, 5 classes, and 1 2/3 campaigns, developed by Portal Entertainment and released into Steam Early Access in January 2018. For disclosure, I received this game for free. Rogue Empire stands out as a roguelike with more of a traditional RPG setup.
Not everything is perfect in the world of Athistos, but for decades there was peace between the great races. Architecture, knowledge, and art were flourishing like never before, but that was about to come to an end. Without any warning, they came. A mysterious enemy appeared in Athistos, known simply as the First Shadow.
Where a mysterious force known as the First Shadow suddenly appeared and began to attack the inhabitants of this land. Soon, magical barriers began to spring up around the capital cities of the different races, which were impenetrable to attacks, leading to a council being formed, seeking out the best adventurers to investigate this mystery. This plays like a traditional roguelike, with turn-based combat, 8-directional movement, procedurally generated maps, and permadeath, but adds a layer of RPG-type progression, such as equipment, stats, and abilities. There's currently one full short campaign available, covering the story of Aghorst and his quest for the Orb of Faith, as well as the main campaign, covering the story described earlier, which is currently about 2/3 complete. We have 7 character races available, generic ones such as humans, trolls, elves, and dwarves, as well as more interesting ones like the Naga, the Tree Folk Otwok race, and the Feline Vincian race. The 5 character classes available are Warrior, Hunter, Mage, Assassin, and Druid, where the races differ in their base stats, so the Brutish Trolls are more suited as warriors, while the Otwok are more suited to be druids, given their connection to nature. But there are no restrictions, so you could go with Troll Mage if you wanted to. In terms of the combat, it is turn-based like a traditional roguelike, where melee attacks are executed by walking into enemies if you have the appropriate weapon equipped, and ranged attacks like arrows and spells can be targeted using the mouse. The leveling system is perhaps one of the more interesting aspects, since on top of the automatic increases in attributes, health, and mana, you get to pick a contemplation, which range from increasing your stats even further, and even items like magic rations or extra gold, but at certain level intervals, you are able to draw from the talent deck, where cards drawn from the deck include passive abilities such as making your block more effective if you have a shield equipped, to various active abilities like a shield bash, or the ability to magically conjure up ammo if you have a ranged weapon equipped, with the cards being color-coded to indicate their rarity. On top of this, there's equipment which themselves can be enchanted, and these use traditional D&D style presentation to convey damage on the weapons, such as a Morning Star which deals 4 plus 2d4 damage, adding in an element of randomness to it. There's also a hunger system where your character needs to eat, where being hungry is of course detrimental, causing damage over time, but eating too much will give both positive and negative effects. On the exploration front, there are multi-use keys which will open doors, but will break if used too many times, but you always have the option to kick the door down, which I thought was pretty interesting. In the unfinished main campaign, there is a world map as well, since you are able to travel from town to town, with the inclusion of random events and encounters which gave the game a grand sense of scale, as you do feel like you are traveling the world to stop the First Shadow. Additionally, the Steam achievement list says that you can even level a character to level 100, which is quite interesting since while the game is roguelike inspired, a level 100 character would mean a really long playtime for the run. Upon death, you are awarded Soul Essence, which ties into the permanent progression system, allowing you to purchase relatively minor upgrades, such as starting a game with more gold. In my experience with Rogue Empire, I found it to be a good roguelike RPG experience. There is some wonkiness with the procedural generation algorithm for the map designs, since there are often instances of locked doors which can be easily bypassed by walking around them, as well as really odd rooms with diagonal tiles only. I did also find the hunger system to be a little too annoying, since the character had to be constantly fed, but there was no automatic consumption of food toggle. The roguelike nature is also greatly diminished due to the RPG elements, But as an overall package, the large amount of variety in races and classes, as well as what seems to be an extensive main campaign, should provide plenty of content. The developer expects the game to be in early access for 2 to 4 months, with the planned addition of artifacts, more enemies, more bosses, more world events, additional abilities and more optional dungeons, so it looks to build upon a solid foundation. Anyway, that will do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to keep up with the best indie games, and I will see you in the next video.